2 years ago, my family and I found ourselves where you might be right now, underwater in your home, may or may not be able to afford the payments, upside down, looking for help. When I short sold my home, there wasn't help there. Today, I'm here talking to Reginald Gibbons, who runs a program for the Arizona Department of Housing. So this is if I understand it correctly, a federally funded but state program?
Exactly. Federally funded, state administered foreclosure prevention assistance program designed to assist the struggling homeowner who may be finding it difficult to either afford their payment, catch up on delinquency, or struggling from negative equity. And it can be a combination of that or any individual component of that. This program is designed to assist with it.
Excellent. If someone's eligible, and we're working with them, helping them maybe short sell their house after they've had good legal counsel and made that decision, what would make them eligible for your help?
Great question. First and foremost, eligibility for any component of this program is universal. And we like to say there's 5 aspects of it. The property must be located here in Arizona. It must be your primary residence.
So no rental investment properties?
No rental, no investment properties, no second homes. And then there's 3 other aspects that are really critical to that. One is there's an income restriction. You can't earn more than 150% of the area median income. Now I'm going to give you an example. For a household of 4 here in Maricopa County, that's $98,250. So it's a significant amount of money.
It is, almost $100,000. Okay.
For an individual in Maricopa County, that's $68,000.
Okay.
It's always based on the county the property is located in and the household size. So the more members in the house, the more income they can earn.
So you need to earn something less than that?
Something less than that.
Oh,
exactly.
Less than 150% of that?
No, that number is 150% of the area median income. So if you're a family of 4, you can't earn more than $98,250.
Got it.
Okay, great. Now there's a cash out restriction, which I commonly refer to as the ATM rule. You couldn't have used your property as a means to just continuously cash out. So if you owe more than 150% of your purchase price, example being, you bought your home for $200,000 and you owe 130. 200 times 150 is 300. Then you'd be okay. If you owe more than 300, you would owe more than the 150% rule and therefore wouldn't be eligible.
Okay.
So now we've covered it has to be located in Arizona, primary residence, within the area median income limit, and within the property cash out restriction. Last one is an eligible hardship. And this one is critical because it's made up of 3 components. An eligible hardship is first non-self-inflicted. That means you as the individual did nothing to bring this about. The second, it has to be income reducing. Generally speaking, we say 10% or more. So if you're making $100,000 and now you're making $89,000, that's a 10% or more reduction. That will fit. The last thing is it has to be non-affordable payment producing. And by that we mean the house payment after the reduction of income caused by an event outside of your control has to be more than 31% of your current monthly pre-tax income.
Got it. Okay. So let's assume then, going forward a little bit here, Reginald, that the person watching this video has met, or quite frankly, me and my team will help you understand if you meet those criteria.
And that's critical.
We're going to walk you through.
They always want to work with a professional real estate representative such as yourself, helping them to understand their eligibility criteria and how it fits to their individual circumstance. They want a CPA because there may or may not be tax implications, possibly even an attorney. I mean, it is a legal transaction taking place.
Got it. Perfect. So let's say those things are hitting, and someone is, trying to gracefully exit their home. What kind of help could they get from the state program?
Great question. Okay, now that we've covered the eligibility, let me mention this. Accessing the assistance from the state is web-based and consumer-driven. So they go to azhousing.gov, which is where the department's website is located, and there's a tab there that says self-assessment and online application. When you click that, it will ask you about 14 or so questions that just evaluates your eligibility based upon the things I just mentioned to you. Not all inclusive, but generally. And provided you appear eligible based on that, it will encourage them to complete the online application. The online application is much like a TurboTax or any online application, 20, 25 minutes, all personal information, therefore you should be fairly comfortable with the answers to the questions. And in so doing, it will create their package, if you will, or application. Really helpful. Creates an RMA, which is your request for mortgage assistance application, universally required by the lender for the short sale, maybe even by the attorneys to help them understand their eligibility and so forth. It creates a Dodd-Frank third-party authorization. Gives you all the paperwork you need in order to go through the process.
And folks, I'm here to say, some of you might be holding your head going, oh, not another website. Because, you know, if you sit down with the law firm, they're going to require documents. State of Arizona is going to require documents. Title company is going to require documents. Your lender is going to require documents. I'm going to say stop right here and I want to let you know that at Realty Central, what we do, our role is to sit down and help you do all of those. We actually are developing some software where we would help you fill out the items once, and it will populate all of Reginald's things he needs for the state. There's a HOFA program we won't go into right now, but they potentially could give you $3,000. So you've heard about all this money that's available out there. The problem is getting to it and making it easy, and that's where I think a public and private partnership has worked out pretty well for us.
Well, no, definitely, because it is, right? It's a distressful situation for you, the individual going through it, and you need a coach, a mentor to guide you. You want to ensure they're helping you understand exactly what you're doing, but you also want them to help you do it. And now that we've talked about the eligibility criteria, and we've talked about the process for accessing the assistance, let's talk about the actual assistance, which is rather remarkable.
That's what people want to hear.
Yeah, so you want to pay close attention. Let me tell you, there's multiple components to the assistance when it comes to short sale. It will provide up to $4,500 cash for you, the consumer, departing the property. That's to help you gracefully transition, establish maybe first and last in a new place to live,
if you're going to rent,
cover some new utilities.
So,
and so
up to $4,500.
Exactly. So if you're getting something from the service or another program component, we coordinate that so that it doesn't exceed the $4,500.
Okay.
If you're getting more than $4,500 from maybe your investor, then we don't contribute anything.
Got it. And folks, I've had many situations in-house where I'm able to get my client $3,000, or they're actually able to get it. I'm just able to assist them and with the forms, get $3,000 from HOFA. What's nice about our relationship with Reginald is they would even add another $1,500 to that. So when you see the bus stop ads and things out there saying I can make $3,000 or $4,500, this hopefully is making a little bit of sense for you now.
Exactly, because we want the consumer to understand. I'm a big fan of the Missouri State nickname. It's the show me state. Whoever's telling you things, you should ask them to show you, like you're doing right here, right now. And I appreciate that. The secondary aspect of this short sale assistance is it provides up to 3% in closing cost assistance for the buyer of your property. Now let me tell you, this is extremely helpful because it makes the property that much more marketable. It puts your short sale, if you will, on level ground with a traditional sale.
And folks, I deal with this every day. If you've ever looked at properties right now, a lot of the banks who have foreclosed on people and selling them are saying we'll cover your buyer's closing costs. So do you care what your buyer is going to get? You absolutely do, because we're going to make your property more marketable, so your bank has a better chance of saying yes.
Exactly. We're really trying to get to yes is exactly it, right? So now we're helping you get to yes by providing some transition assistance. We're helping the property get a buyer say yes by providing some closing cost assistance. And we also have a component of the program that can extinguish junior liens in the short sale process. Actually 40% of the outstanding balance up to $8,500. That helps your second lien holder get to yes, which sometimes really can be an obstructionist to the short sale process, right? And so through all of this, the $4,500 transition assistance to you, the consumer, the 3% in closing cost assistance for the individual buying your home, the $8,500 in second mortgage settlement assistance for the junior lien, all makes it easier for the first lien holder, who is the primary, to say yes.
But these folks that have a second mortgage or they call it a HELOC, home equity line of credit, that's a second mortgage.
It's still a second mortgage. That's right. Bottom line is if you owe somebody money based upon your property, it's a mortgage. They sometimes refer to them as liens, junior liens, doesn't matter. It's a mortgage. Exactly. And our second mortgage settlement assistance doesn't just extinguish, for example, a second. What if you have a first, a second, and a small third because you put on, a solar system or you put in some kind of water, RO system? That's still a mortgage, and we can still take that out.
Wow. Well, folks, I hope this helped a lot, and thank you so much, Reginald, for sharing with us.
Thank you, and thank you.